In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land. So a man from Bethlehem in Judah, together with his wife and 2 sons, went to live for a while in the country of Moab. The man's name was Elimelech. His wife's name was Naomi. And the names of his 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilion. They were Ephrathites from Bethlehem, Judah. And they went to Moab and lived there. Now Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. They married Moabite women, one named Orpah and the other Ruth. After they had lived there about 10 years, both Mahlon and Chilion also died. And Naomi was left without her 2 sons and her husband. When Naomi heard in Moab that the Lord had come to the aid of his people by providing food for them, she and her daughters-in-law prepared to return home from there. With her 2 daughters-in-law, she left the place where she had been living and set out on the road that would take them back to the land of Judah.
Go back, each of you, to your mother's home. May the Lord show you kindness as you have shown kindness to me and your dead husbands. May the Lord grant that each of you will find rest in the home of another husband.
Wait, we will go back with you to your people.
Return home, my daughters. Why would you come with me? Am I going to have any more sons who would become your husbands? Return home, my daughters. I am too old to have another husband. Even if I thought there was still hope for me, even if I had a husband tonight and then gave birth to sons, would you wait until they grew up? Would you remain unmarried for them? No, my daughters. It is more bitter for me than for you, because the Lord's hand is turned against me. Look, your sister is going back to her people and her gods. Go back with her.
Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. And where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me.
So the 2 women went on until they came to Bethlehem. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them. And the women exclaimed,
Can this be Naomi?
Don't call me Naomi. Call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me.
Now Naomi had a relative on her husband's side, a man of standing from the clan of Elimelech, whose name was Boaz.
Let me go to the fields and pick up the leftover grain behind anyone in whose eyes I find favor.
Go ahead, my daughter.
So she went out, entered a field, and began to glean behind the harvesters. As it turned out, she was working in a field belonging to Boaz, who was from the clan of Elimelech. Just then, Boaz arrived from Bethlehem.
The Lord be with you.
The Lord bless you.
The Lord bless you.
Who does that young woman belong to?
She is the Moabite who came back from Moab with Naomi. She said, Please let me glean and gather among the sheaves behind the harvesters. She came into the field and remained here from morning till now, except for a short rest in the shelter.
My daughter, My daughter, listen to me. Don't go glean in another field, and don't go away from here. Stay here with the women who work with me. Watch the field where the men are harvesting, and follow along after the women. I have told the men not to lay a hand on you. And whenever you are thirsty, go and get a drink from the water jars the men have filled.
Why have I found such favor in your eyes that you notice me, a foreigner?
I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband. How you left your father and your mother and your homeland and came to live with a people you did not know before. May the Lord repay you for what you've done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you've come to take refuge.
May I continue to find favor in your eyes, my Lord. You have put me at ease by speaking kindly to your servant, though I do not have the standing of one of your servants.
Come over here. Have some bread and dip it in some wine vinegar.
When she sat down with the harvesters, he offered her some roasted grain. She ate all she wanted and had some left over.
Let her glean among the sheaves and don't reprimand her. Even pull some stalks out for her from the bundles and leave them for her to pick up. And don't rebuke her.
So Ruth gleaned in the field until evening. Then she threshed the barley she had gathered, and it amounted to about an ephah. She carried it back to town, and her mother-in-law saw how much she had gathered. Ruth also brought out and gave her what she had left over, after she had eaten enough.
Where did you glean today? Where did you work? Blessed be the man who took notice of you.
The name of the man I worked with today is Boaz.
Oh, the Lord bless him. He has not stopped showing his kindness to the living and the dead. That man is our close relative. He is one of our kinsman redeemers. My daughter, I must find a home for you where you will be well provided for. Now Boaz, with whose woman you have worked, is a relative of ours. Tonight you will be winnowing barley on the threshing floor. Wash, put on perfume, and get dressed in your best clothes. Then go down to the threshing floor, but don't let him know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, note the place where he is lying. Then go and uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do.
I will do whatever you say.
Who are you?
I am your servant Ruth. Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a kinsman redeemer of our family.
The Lord bless you, daughter. This kindness is greater than what you showed earlier. You have not run after younger men, whether rich or poor. And now, daughter, don't be afraid. I will do all that you ask. All the people of my town know that you are a woman of noble character. Although it's true that I am a kinsman redeemer of our family, there is another who is more closely related than I. Stay here for the night. And the morning, if he wants to do his duty as your kinsman redeemer, good. Let him redeem you. But if he's not willing, as surely as the Lord lives, I will do it. Lie here till morning.
How did it go, my daughter?
He gave me these 6 measures of barley, saying, "Don't go back to your mother-in-law empty-handed."
Wait, my daughter, until you find out what happens, for the man will not rest until the matter is settled today.
friend. Naomi, who has come back from Moab, is selling a piece of land that belonged to our relative Elimelech. Thought I should bring the matter to your attention and suggest that you buy it in the presence of all seated here and in the presence of the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, do it. But if you will not, tell me, so that I will know, and no one has the right to do it except you. And I am next in line.
I will redeem it.
On the day that you buy the land from Naomi, you will also acquire Ruth the Moabite, the dead man's widow, in order to maintain the name of the dead with the property.
I cannot redeem it because I might endanger my own estate. Yourself. I cannot do it.
Today, you are witnesses that I have bought from Naomi all the property of Elimelech, Kilian, and Mahlon, and I have also acquired Ruth the Moabite as my wife, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property, so that the name will not disappear from among his family or from his hometown. Today, you are witnesses. Boaz, the father of Obed, whose mother was Ruth,
Obed, the father of Jesse, and Jesse
became the father of King David. David was the father of Solomon, whose mother had been Uriah's wife. Centuries later, in the line of David, Eliud, the father of Eleazar,
Eleazar,
the father of Matthan, and Matthan, the father of Jacob, and Jacob, the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, and Mary was the mother of Jesus, who is called the Messiah.